Hey, guys. It's me, Victor Moreno, and once again, we have another edition of GPK Sketch Card a Day. I'm your host for this occasion, and in case you've not been catching these, as I just didn't catch that card, most every weekday I will pop in during the afternoon and, I will draw and chat on the live stream from usually at 3 or 4 p.m. on most weekdays. And, it's a lot of fun. Do some fun commissions, do some live drawing, and I enjoy doing it. Gives me a chance to kind of talk about my ideas on art theory and, kind of chill with you guys. So I've been talking to a bunch of people the last couple hours or so. It seems like we're lining up commissions for the week, and Atom Bomb seems to be pretty popular request today. So today, soothing, that's what I do. Hey, Ruby. We're doing some Japanese trap-based music today because I'm digging on that schniz. So, as I was saying, today hey Ron, what's up, man? Today we're going to do a take on my friend Nat Jones's Atom Bomb zombie from a few years ago. I'm not going to draw it exactly the same. I'm not pulling up photo reference, for example. But I am excited to do my take on that. So, Ron, today we're doing a commission. I have to pull up the name, but we're doing a zombie Atom Bomb, like that popular pinup that popped up a few years ago where he's all grayscale and his head is exploding. So we're going to do my take on that one. Hey, Chris, what's up, man? So yeah, Atom Bomb zombie today as a commission. So that'll be a lot of fun. And few people are popping in here. That's always good. We're listening to Japanese trap music today because I was getting a little tired of lo-fi beats. And yes, I'm here. So we're gonna have some fun. This is a sketch card a day number 10. Can you guys believe that? We've been at this for a minute. This should be 11, and I'll talk about why I wasn't on yesterday. Some BS right there, but let's get cracking on the sketch, and then I'll chat about it. So yeah, I was not on Facebook Live yesterday because I was Facebook banned for 24 hours. So I could not go live. Facebook wouldn't let me. Hey Nelson, what's going on, man? Yeah, so that was some incorrigible BS right there. Thankfully, it was only a 24-hour ban, and we're back today. I love how, it's like you post something that upsets somebody, and then they're, rather than get into a conversation with you, they, run to the powers that be. It's so silly. What did I do? So, there's been a lot of protests going on to reopen, state governments. And this girl did a post that was really ignorant. It doesn't matter if people die as long as I can reopen my hair salon. And I just kind of told her that was just a horrible thing to say. And her business doesn't matter against lives. I mean, my business closed down, essentially. I lost my job because of this shutdown. But, instead I found other things to do to try to pay the bills. And it's been going pretty good so far, But this person took it very personally, complained to Facebook. And even though I didn't say anything hateful or anything, they claimed by me arguing with her, it was hate speech. So I was banned for 24 hours. Yes, it was Facebook jail. It's that'll teach you to state your opinions, Victor. Can you believe it? Yeah. So, zombie atom bomb to reflect the impotent rage I felt not being able to connect with you guys. Hey, Tiki Boss, how's it going, man? I was actually working on my tiki room a little earlier today. We turned our dining room into like a tiki dining room. Like we have like Japanese lanterns and a projector and all this stuff. It's very inspired by the Enchanted Tiki Room and a little bit by Undertow and Golden Tiki, which are other tiki bars. So our friends Julie and Bobby, who we've gone to the Enchanted Tiki, the Trader Sam's which is in the Disneyland Tiki Bar. They gave us a bunch of fun stuff for our tiki room, like this Philippine like wooden mask. So we hung that up under this other cool tiki mask I bought at a tiki marketplace at Trader Vic's in Emeryville, which is in the south, in the Oakland, San Francisco Bay Area. We built this, me and my girlfriend built this shelf for all our tiki glasses and stuff. So I hung the mask right under that one. And then we got this cool Chinese panda calendar the last time we were in San Francisco in the fall. And I put that up. It's just been sitting in our bedroom. And then, and we have a few of these like straw hats, like the ones in Big Trouble in Little China that the Three Storms wear. So kind of hung those up. And I just worked on that a little bit. I think I might move around where I put one of them. And we have a section of some Lucha Libre posters. So I might move one of the smaller ones under the big one and put the two hats next to each other. I think that's kind of the way to go. So right now we are still working on zombie atom bomb here. The trick is the person who requested this has a tattoo of the Nat Jones zombie atom bomb. So we're going to kind of make it spin from that so it matches his tattoo. Nat's a good friend of mine. I actually built his website a few years ago. But I'm not a super fan of how he drew this original piece. Like, I've done my own versions of zombie atom bomb, and I kind of prefer mine. But I want to stay true to kind of what this guy wants, so we'll stay true to that. Like, I don't like how he did the teeth. I like Garbage Pail Kid kind of doll teeth better. Hello, Victor Moreno. I got my sketch cards for the weekend. Thank you. Look at you in better in person, says Pablo. Well, I'm glad you like them, man. You know, we had fun making those, and I hope you enjoy those. So, yeah, this is coming out kind of fun. But, yeah, if anything, this whole situation has taught me to not discuss politics on Facebook. If I want to talk about politics and stuff, I can just, talk about that with my friends and stuff like that, because I realize arguing with people online that I don't know, it just doesn't serve any purpose, just doesn't. I mean, we're all here to have fun anyway, and, hopefully things will get better sooner rather than later if people do things the right way, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to be using a lot of black on this guy. Black and red. I don't really like this side explosion. I like, main head explosion, but we'll see. I think we'll probably do 2 cards today. And then the second card I do might be more, my take on something. Hey, Adam, how's it going? Ruby's mom is here. So is Ruby. What up, guys? Yeah, zombie atom bomb. Getting close to the inking stages on this guy. And his whole suit is gray, too. I got another atom bomb commission, but I don't want to do 2 atom bombs in a row. So I might do that one tomorrow or another day. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Nat Jones, the guy who did the original version of this atom bomb. He's not a Garbage Pail Kid artist, but he's a really good artist. Him and my friend Joss used to be married. They're good folks. See, to me, it looks cool. It doesn't really look like atom bomb to me. Pablo says, I actively avoid politics, social issues, and anything controversial. I learned you can't fix stupid. Rather just focus on fun stuff like toys and Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, I think that's going to be my attitude moving forward. Because, I felt bad not being able to come on yesterday and draw for you guys. But, I will say it is funny to me how, it was a 24-hour ban, right to the minute I agreed. Because I could have fought it and, probably would have come out, but then it would have just dragged on for days. And I really didn't feel like doing that. I'm just fine, whatever. I'll take your BS punishment. As long as I can just, move past it. Because, sorry, some of my pens rolled under the thing here. I need to get a little better organizer thing. Ooh. Ack. Alright. Let me see here. I think I have an eraser down here. I don't want to use the erasers on my pencils anymore. It's just getting annoying. But my eraser seems to have disappeared. It's fine. I guess I'll use one on my pencils after all. And here's my red. Hey Carrie, how's it going? So yeah, we are doing Zombie Atom Bomb right now. Alright, let's get cracking on this. That time I did knock it to slide down on purpose. Alright, we're about 14 minutes in. But I did start a little later, so it'll give me a little bit more leeway. No, it's based on a fan art by a popular comic artist named Nat Jones. If I did a zombie, a Dead Ted, Atom Bomb mashup, it would look different. So we're doing this as a commission for someone who wanted a specific version of him. Which will make look cool because I like making stuff look cool. Doing a little color pencil here. Don't do it all the time, but I felt like it today. Actually, I probably should have just done this in color pencil to start with, but, I like seeing the line art. I think you guys do too. Alright. Let's line those bottom teeth in red. This will make our job easier later on. I'm more of a fan of like a gag with gore. The Nat's version is kind of just gore, but I guess there's a gag in it too. I like how I comment on the validity of the gag every time I draw a Garbage Pail Kid. You're like, I don't know about this gag though. It's funny, but not haha funny. I'm kidding. No, I get the gag here. It's, if a kid really blew his head up, this is kind of what it would look like. But I don't know. I guess as time goes on, I'm just starting to like the cute gags more. Hey, Melanie, how's it going? I always have a lot of fun with Dead Ted, though, I think. I want to do the girl version of Dead Ted from the Late to School set. I like how the one that she's just like waiting for the bus and it never picked her up. I haven't drawn that one yet and I want to. Alright, here we go. Let's get some color going. So this is Ivory Fiber Pastel pen. It makes a nice light yellow. I'm gonna alternate this with a cream color later. I'm probably gonna throw some orange up in this mix too. Push a little harder than usual just so I can kind of get a bolder line near the edges. And this explosion comes out a little past the mushroom cloud. So I'll kind of leave a line here. We're going to fill some of this in with cream. Now, see, if this was me, I would actually make the face a lot more yellow, but there's not a lot of light reflection on the original design here, which I kind of think there should be. But I also get why it's not there for effect. Alright, I need a cream. Love how this thing keeps sliding. Whoa! Sorry guys, that was me. I'm a little out of practice today. Stand still. Ryan says, whoa, is this one claimed yet? Yes, it is. This one is already claimed. Maybe I'll do another one after this one. It's kind of like, since I'm talking about like things I'd like to fix, I'll do one that's like, this is how I would fix it. Actually, yeah, let's do that. That sounds like an interesting juxtaposition. I think I'll have fun doing that, actually. All right, here we go. It's like, this is, so right now, if you want to Google the one it's based on, look up Atom Bomb and Nat, N-A-T, Jones on Google, and you'll see what the original looks like. And I'll draw one that's very inspired by that, and then as soon as that one's done, I'll do my own version of it. Right? Also, I haven't used as much wet marker, so it hasn't bonded to the back of the chipboard yet, like the other pieces they do tend to really quickly. The gore makes it slippery. I like that. Yeah, I'm liking this this lo-fi beat station more than the ones we've been listening to lately. I feel like the other ones have been a little like sleepy. I do like how the explosion looks on this one. This color I'm using now, cream, it does better explosions than the lemon yellow I've been using lately. There we go. Sorry, I was leaning on a button. What the fuck? Oops, sorry. Sorry, guys. My reference thing was going a little crazy there. Ugh. This is like the first time we've had any technical problems, so I apologize. Alright, let's get some orange going here. I kind of feel like this thing is a little unchecked and ruly right now. There. Zoe, what up? Zoe's here. Wish I had some of your salsa right now. I've been jonesing for salsa. So yeah, now we're throwing in some orange here. And that's making it pop. This is the whole thing, people. You can't do drawings where everything is flat. You gotta have some colors that make things pop. Explosions should pop just by the definition of the word. You know? So yeah, here's some more anecdotes from yesterday. If you end up in Facebook jail like I did yesterday, you can't even leave likes or, little emojis on people's posts. You can't do comments, and you can't post at all. But you can still use Messenger, and you can still see posts because, they want you to miss out on stuff. So weird. There's something to be said about the fact that the big social networks have too much of a stranglehold on our lives. If you get not kicked off of Facebook or something, then you're missing out on a big part of the world. It's very weird. I don't know how I feel about that. I just ate a delicious burrito of leftover salsa. Ooh, so lucky. Leslie. Hey, what's up, Leslie? I need to make some salsa. I make bomb guacamole, though. I'm a really good cook. As if you guys, I do talk about cooking all the time. Yesterday, I made some jambalaya with leftover sausage and brisket and shrimp. Had some really good, had some green bell pepper, onions, a little bit of tomato in there. Then I made some refried beans, had a little green salsa left over, and then I had some guacamole to go with that, Creole Mexican, because I'm weird. But hey, it was delicious. I'd like a drawing of an exploding zombie burrito. That actually sounds awesome. I would still take a bite out of a zombie burrito. Look at that. Alright. Let's finish up this explosion. Don't worry, it'll get more, I gotta do the light colors first, guys. I lay down colors. I drop the lights and then I go into the darks. That's how it goes. Alright. Fried shrimp gumbo. Shrimp gumbo. Need to go to New Orleans again. New Orleans has the best gumbo in the world. Went to this place in Tremé called Little Dizzy's Buffet. Super tiny. Literally the best gumbo I've ever had. I was like... And I had gumbo like 6 or 7 times on that trip. Didn't even touch that place, man. It was so good. Miss you too. I do. I miss you a lot. Making me hungry. Can't get proper Mexican in the UK. Where in the UK do you live? That's kind of cool. How's the quarantine going on in the UK? I'm curious. I can't mail stuff to Europe right now. I had to mail some stuff to France. And the guy told me to hold off because the post office is just shut down in France, apparently. Nottingham. Okay, I'll have to look up exactly where that is. I've always wanted to go to Bristol. Bristol's where Banksy had his Dismal Land set up. I think that's on the southwest coast of Britain. It's funny, I do a lot of traveling, and it's like, that's one of the things I'm really missing right now, is just the ability to go places. But it's weird because I also like being a homebody, so it's, 6 in one half dozen of the other. Like, I don't really mind being quarantined all that much because I work from home, Alright, let's see. Do some more yellow up here. I have so many yellows. It is a virtual garden of yellows. I feel like I've been kind of sassy today. I'm guessing that's from just being released from internet prison. I don't know. I think I'm just being silly. Alright, let's get some grays going. We can only go out as needed for meds and food and limited exercise. Yeah, like overall, I feel like we're really botching the quarantine here in the Southwest. Like, I don't know. I went out earlier to get some lemonade, and it's like, I feel like there's just as many cars everywhere. I don't know. That's my take on it. I wouldn't mind if we locked down super hardcore for like 3 weeks just to kill this thing, but I don't know. I have no idea when we're going to reopen, to be honest. It's like, big part of my business was doing like movie events, and like even if they said tomorrow, yeah, go back and start doing that, I don't know that I would, because I just wouldn't feel safe about it, Glad I live on 5 acres, but the upkeep sucks. I know, I think you were mowing your lawn for like a whole week, it seemed. I'm just kidding. 5 acres is a lot, though. Do you like grow food there or anything? Well, I'm guessing you must. I don't know. But at least you're away from everybody. I'm just laying some darks down. Once I throw in the blacks, this will all start to come together. Come together right now over me. Man, remember when Justice League was coming out and you had heard that song every damn commercial? That was like the worst song to use. It wasn't even the original. I think it was like a cover. It's weird. It's like I Am Legend. The animals are taking over. Kind of cool. Oh, wow. It's just it's open fields. Yeah, see, that would be cool if I went outside and I just saw, like, coyotes walking down the street. I feel like it was like that for about a week. And then everyone was like, this is too much hassle. I don't know. Let's get some red going here now. Yeah, I'm going to do my own version after this one's over, just so I can show you kind of like my take on this thing, because I like the idea of it, but I also think it's like a little too scanners, a little too... You'll see. I'll show you. You'll see. Alright, let me do some red here. But again, this is a really cool piece. I think it's shaping up. Have you seen the trailer for Pontypool? It's a zombie flick, which looks kind of cool. Yeah, I've actually seen Pontypool. It's a pretty good movie. Stephen McHattie's in it. He's a good actor. He's also in Watchmen. He plays the original Night Owl. And I think he's also in A History of Violence. He plays the radio DJ in Pontypool, who's like the main character, essentially. There we go. Victor, I had you do a GPK drawing for me at HorrorCon AZ like 4 years ago and forgot to pick it up. Kicking myself in the ass now. You're so talented. Oh, thank you. I used to keep my unclaimed drawings for like a year or two, but right now I probably couldn't tell you because I need to clean up my storage space. But I'm glad you like it. Now dibs on the next atom bomb you do. Alright. Nick Means is watching. Hey Nick, how's it going? So, weird stuff. I got I filed my taxes on April 15th, which was a week ago. And I woke up today and I already got my tax refund. That's the fastest I've ever gotten my tax return refund. It's crazy. Chewy's here. I'm working on a cool sketch cover for Chewy. I'll probably show you guys that tomorrow or something if I get it finished up tonight. It's pretty badass. So I'll just wave to him. What up? Yeah, this one's almost done. You're like, how can it be almost done, Victor? Well, a lot of this is going to be me going in with a light gray and then a marker to touch this up. Yeah, this is the part I'm not a huge fan of, but it'll be different on the next one. These are all fun, loose sketches, though. So, I say that, but they're not. I do them pretty quickly, just because I know kind of what I'm doing. It's kind of like if you get somebody to do your roof, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can do your roof in a day or two." You're leery because what? The first guy wanted way less and said it would take him 2 weeks. It's probably because he's not experienced enough to do it. You're paying for the experience, people. Says Victor. I stopped listening to normal music on these streams because I kept getting dinged with copyright violations. And it's how do you avoid doing that when you're doing live music? You gotta listen to something while you're drawing, you know? I mean, I'm just saying. But I do like this stuff. It's kind of... It's jazzy? Is that the word I'm looking for? Reminiscent of jazz. Do some teeth here. The sound of my silky smooth voice is enough for all of you. Well, I thank you. Coming up next, some smooth jazz. You guys like Coltrane? No, just kidding. Yeah, here's a fun fact. I'm very self-conscious of my voice. I always think it sounds really nasally. I'm also from California originally, so I always think like I sound like really stonery whenever I talk. Now, that's a bad thing, but you know what I'm saying. Like, hey dude, you want a burrito? Rad. I'm kidding. I like host and MC events too and do a podcast. At this point, I should kind of just own up to the fact that I have a funny voice. Of course, if I dip it down a couple of octaves, then it sounds all like deep and mysterious. Alright, I need to do this. Go in with a thinner pen now to bring out some details. There we go. Now it's starting to look like that thing. Valley girl. Totally. Like total. Get some red in there. Get some red in here. Yeah. What was the joke I saw on SNL or something? They were talking about that movie Emma, and they're like, they ripped off Clueless so bad. Oh my god. And it's like, you missed the point of Clueless, clearly. It's like saying 10 things I hate about you ripped off Shakespeare. Need a little pale gray. Pale gray, hot. Alright, and then we'll do a little lining around this stuff I just drew. Alright. Finishing him up. Then I'll do my own take on this right afterwards. Because like I said, it's not that I'm not a huge fan of this. I would like my own spin on it. It would be different, and you'll see why. But I actually think that's pretty close. Let me just do one thing. White paint pen. I think it kind of needs it. Sorry, it was getting clogged. I had to open it up. There we go. So I saw Mad Monster posted that they're still looking forward to coming out in June. I miss Mad Monster, but I really don't know if that's going to happen. I just feel like June is too close to everything that's going on, you know? I really don't think there's going to be any more Comic Cons or anything the rest of this year. Alright, how do I feel about this? There. That feels very done to me. All right, so this commission's done. Right, if Oktoberfest isn't happening, then there's no way that we're getting horror cons anymore the rest of this year. It's kind of a bummer. All right, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna hear it. Boom. What do you guys think about that? That looks pretty gooey. Gooey, says Victor. No, I think that's actually pretty good. All right, so that commission is done. Now I'm going to do my own take on it. Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate that. All right. So you might notice, what, Victor, the header changed. And yeah, this is one of my old sketch cards headers with the 80s banner. So I found one, so we're going to use it. I don't really have any of these left. I'm like, oh shit, well, let's use this one. Or I say, oh shoot. I don't know. I'm trying to be all ages. I think I'm allowed a slip up here. Here or there. In this drawing, a zombie burrito will be taking Atom Bomb's place. He'll be dripping in salsa and also bling. He'll be wearing a Gucci shirt and have some gold capped teeth. Just kidding. What do they call those when rappers or people wear those like gold dipped dentures that like go over your teeth? I forget what they're called because I'm old and I can't remember things. I'll remember like in the middle of eating dinner. It's like, that's what those things are called. I'll just look it up afterwards. You guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm keeping a similar explosive. Grill, that's it, a grill. Thank you guys. Alright, now this is my take on a zombie atom bomb. You guys saw me do the creep show one last week, which would also be my take on a zombie atom bomb, but I think atom bomb's head doesn't need to be blown up all the way. It's better if it's kind of just hollowed out, you know? And I gave him more of a neck than the other one has. I'm not looking for reference on this one, because this is off the top of my head. Alright. Get those classic atom bomb eyes. I always think it's creepier when you have good eyes and they're sort of like dead. We'll also keep the nose the same. See, isn't this creepier? Dwayne, the guy who I drew this for, just said this last one came out awesome. I like how gooey that one came out with. And going over it with the the paint pen really made that one pop. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we're drawing to Japanese trap music as they draw zombie children. Way creepier. Right? See? You see what I'm saying? Less is more. Have you guys ever seen The Devil's Backbone? Where this has that ghost kid Santi? So, a few years ago, they did this traveling Guillermo del Toro exhibit. And one of these days I'll do a map around my office, but I have a big Guillermo del Toro, like, shelf with, like, the programs and all this stuff from that. But, they have this really cool thing where they basically, you look through a window and there's like a hologram of Santi, the kid from Devil's Backbone, and he's just like this kind of whited out zombie child. And I thought that was so much creepier. Or this other movie I like called Cemetery Man, where there's this guy who is the caretaker of a graveyard in Italy, and everybody who gets buried there comes back from the dead like a week later. So they bury a troop of Boy Scouts who died in a bus crash, and then like he's asleep, and then they like come back from the dead, and they're just like whited out, dead-eyed kids, but they're chattering their teeth like weird evil ventriloquist dolls as they try to bite people. Wow, you drawing sideways and with middle finger balanced with index, cool style. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I basically just, this is how I draw. I didn't realize there was something weird about it. But yeah, it's very creepy, and there we go. Alright, so let's give this some color and bring it to life. It's funny because he's dead. Alright. Isn't Cemetery Man getting a Blu release soon? I have no idea. I've had it on Blu-ray for a really long time because the German Blu-ray release is region free. So it has a really cool cover with the naked girl on there. So yeah, it's a pretty good release. I mean, if it ever came out in the US, I would get that version, because I have no idea who owns the distribution rights for it in America, else I probably would have shown it when I used to run Terror Tuesday at the Alamo. I'm thinking of doing like a virtual Terror Tuesday at some point on the Cult Classics page, because there's a lot of pretty cool shit on Shudder that we could group watch on Zoom or something. Hey Mark, what's up? I saw this cool movie on Shudder yesterday called Daniel Isn't Real. It was actually pretty cool. It's kind of like a cross between like Jacob's Ladder and Fight Club. Alright. I'm going to leave the bulk of this big flame white, because I just think a white inner flame would look creepy here. You also notice I didn't use the ivory on this one. I just wasn't feeling that one. I would be down for that. Yeah, maybe next week. I think that might be cool to do. I think Shudder is free for everybody this month, so we'll just do like a Zoom party. I wasn't super down on Zoom, but I had to use it for a doctor's appointment recently, and I was like, oh, well, this is pretty cool. Because like I like being able to hear people, you know. That's why I haven't been like super in, you know. I like the Netflix parties or Twitch. I like the Twitch more than the Netflix parties, because I don't like texting while I'm watching a movie, but like I'd rather hear someone talk, you know. Thanks, yo. Checking out, but this was legit. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. We do it every weekday. Just feel free to peek back in any other time this week. I'm using this liner. It's a Tombow flesh liner. It just gives the flame more of a darker feel. If there's anyone else who's in here hasn't peeked in here before, feel free to say hi. I like getting to know people. This thing is bad at letting me know at all who's in here. Hey Chris, how's it going? I will wave or like your post to acknowledge you. You will be acknowledged, I swear it. Alright. Doing kind of like the smoky brown where the flame erupts from. Let me get some orange up in this mug. Right, we've got cadmium orange. I like that. That's a nice swath of color. Should do a drinking game whenever I say swath. That seems to be the most popular word. Will you say swath in this one, Victor? Perhaps. As far as what's lined up for the rest of the week, I think tomorrow we have a commission for a character called Mega Seth. I have to look it up because I'm not totally sure what he looks like. I think on Friday we're doing a Jason versus Michael Myers pano. And as you guys know, if there's time left over, we will always do something like this. This is a chart pack marker. You can get these at like Blick Materials or Dick Blick or Artorama. Any like art store will have these. They're like $3.99 a pop. Okay. They are alcohol markers, so they like smell, but they lay down color very, very good. They're good with blending. They work with other markers. Things you'll notice on my stream. I don't really use Copics all that much. I think Copics are good for flesh tones, and that's kind of it. I think they're a little overpriced and overhyped, if you ask me. All right. That being said, if you do invest in Copics, you should always get the refills, else you're kind of throwing your money away. All right. Let's line this mess up with some brown. I just want to get the fire done before I move forward. There are a lot of samples on this mix of music. I think before there was part of the dub from Shogun Assassin. Alright. I think that's coming out pretty nice. Wouldn't you say? Yay? Nay? I'm digging that. Alright, now let's touch on some of these chunks flying out here in space. So I picked up some of the graphite from the lead. Before I go in, I dab my marker on the chipboard until I get rid of that. And then it's clean again. Wait, so this is Japanese trap? Sounds so much different than American trap. Yeah, it seems to use like instrumentation that sounds like, Japanese instruments. Like, God, what's that thing called? A shamisen? Like the dun, 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 dun. I mean, it's not a real shamisen, but it's totally like making the, sound like it is, kind of like that minimal spacing. In case you're wondering, at one point I was going to minor in ethnomusicology, so I know a bit about the history of certain instruments and such. So there's the pan flute and the shamisen totally give it a Japanese vibe. John says, this track is very chill step style and the piece shaping out nicely like the pointillism wired with a sort of lining and arcing and edging. Well, I'm glad you're liking the piece. Yeah, I kind of like, I have an eclectic style to say the least. Love the cloud and the shading of the mushroom cloud. I'm glad you like it. This is another brown. It's like one shade darker. So it's basically just, we've just been building colors. Yeah, this is a little bit of pointillism. Although I don't go too crazy with it because I like it, but minimal use. It suggests more, I think, if it's less. I'm coming from the Jack Kirby school. It's Kirby Crackle. Right? We're going to do a little on these spheres out here. And then I'm going to line those with black later once the brown dries. This is why I like brush pens. I can get I can control the line with. See, this is like what I mean. Like, it's a shamisen, but then they have a Bruce Lee sample from Enter the Dragon, who's Chinese, so it doesn't really jive with reality. Be water, my friend. But it's still a good track. I dig it. John says, I am a graph artist mostly, but GPK since 85. That and breakdancing. Definitely appreciate your game here. Fun to watch. I'm glad you're digging it. My cousin Daniel's here too. What up? Alright. Let's see here. Let's get some black going. Have you ever done that type of atom cloud in different colors? Green, red, blue, purple? Yeah, I've done it in purple. There was, they did a skateboard version of this, of Atom Bomb called Radioactive Rob, and his skin is all purple, and his cloud is... No, his skin is... his skin is purple, and the cloud was green. So I've done a green cloud. And I've done a Hulk one that had a purple cloud. Alright. Let's get some fun going here. Let's inform his face with the color radiating from the mushroom cloud. First I was going to go kind of like a blue, but we're going to shade his face according to this thing. Which was one of the things I wasn't super happy about with the last one. Felt like there should be some shading. And I purposely dragged the yellow through the lead to give it kind of a dirty vibe. Because it does some of the shading work for me. And it gives the piece some texture. You notice now it looks a little more crunchy. Or a little more like desiccated. That's what we want. Right? I'm playing DJ today. Alright, let's have some fun here. We're going to line some of these cracks in his face with sunset pink. Which will look like flesh tone, but also the lighting is informed by the explosion. The lighting is informed by the explosion. Psh, psh. There we go. I'm digging that. Alright, and now we're going to go over the edge of his face with Flash non-PC color. It's just a darker version of sunset pink. Alright. And then we're going to end up lining that with brown. How long have you been drawing these? This is the 10th one a day I've done. I've been drawing them for tops since 2017. I used to draw them all the time when I was a little kid. So I'd say I've been drawing them on the reg since like 2016. And we're using this almost dead blue to kind of drag the cracks and lines that I want to play up with the next color I'll bring in. Which is going to be that Tombow like skin tone liner. Now this is kind of reminding me of the movie poster for Brain Damage. Look at that. That's pretty fun, isn't it? I still haven't decided if I'm gonna give him eyeballs. I probably will, because they also look more like a jack-o'-lantern. Anything ever make it into Topps approval that glows in the dark? It's been my new obsession. Scored the 1, 2 of 3 from Nigma. He said they were first ever approved glowing sketches, approved by Topps, and we hate the 80s a few years back. That's what I'm asking, because I love glow cards. They didn't exist when I first started collecting GPK in 85 as a kid. I'm sure, because glow in the dark paint, like, all you got to do to get stuff approved from Topps is you send them scans, and then they approve them based on the scans. So you're not going to send them a scan of something that like glows. Like here's it is glowing. Like you can just line it with glow in the dark paint. It's not going to show up on the scan. I know Barry does a lot, but I know Dennis Gordakowski used to do those before he did. So I'm pretty sure like they've been around for a minute. I have glow in the dark paint. I just I don't like using stuff like that unless I'm really like gonna go out of my way to make it glow in the dark, because usually you're not looking at sketches in the dark anyway. I like Barry's cutout sketches though, the ones where he like cuts out something and makes it those are really cool. But yeah, I think glow in the dark is cool, but I think a few people have done it. Don't quote me on that 100%, but I'm pretty sure Dennis was doing it like right around the same time. But that's all I mean. Like, I'm sure if Dennis, because I've seen his, so I know if Dennis has done them, they were approved. I know I've done them on an unofficial card for someone who asked for it before, but mainly I'm more about my whole color building process. And then maybe you could add it to like an element like parts of a cloud or something. That's pretty cool. It's like, you know, how like Jasmine does glitter. I think a lot of people just kind of have a thing they're known for. I think Barry's kind of known for the cutout ones and the glow in the dark a bit. I'm going really light on these cracks because I don't want them to overpower the actual facial features. That's why I like these chisels. You can kind of dot it. And then I'll probably do something around the eyes there. Hey Pam, how's it going? Alright. I'm outlining the eye in blue here. Alright, now I'm going to go to a micron. A micron liner for the eye. Running a little longer than I usually do, but we've still got a good crowd here, and this is a fun piece, so we're just going to roll with it. See, the micron lets you get a lot more detail than I was getting with this thicker chisel edge line. So I'm going through and adding some pointillism dots to the cracks and making a few lines thicker. How often are you replacing markers? I think I've only had 2 go dead on me the past 2 weeks. These are small cards, and so they're not tasking my process much. I might put in an order for some more on Friday since I got my tax refund. .3, let's see, I think this might be an 01. No, this was 0.25. So pretty close. I usually like an 0.3, but I don't have any right now. Or 0.03, I mean. I think if I get any less than this, it's just a little too thin for lining. But it's good for stuff like this, because it gives you a nice amount of detail. Alright, now's where we experiment. And we go in with that liner again. This is a different one. This one's a little bigger. This one's in 0.45. There. That looks pretty good. All right. Now let's finish this guy up. This is Pail Indigo on the jacket. It's like almost a blue light purple. Once this dries, I'm gonna do ice blue over it, and then I'm gonna line this with some darker gray to kind of give like this sunken feeling to the jacket. I'm leaving some white there for, shading effect. But I do kind of want to strongly suggest with it that, he's desiccating from the explosion. Pretty good there. Yeah, I'm kind of torching the bottom of the suit a bit. Like he's burning up from the inside out. Oh, that was orange. The light's dimming here a bit, so my eyes did not pick up on that. There we go. And now I'm going over the cracks with red, like he's falling apart from the explosion. Alright, that looks pretty solid. chisel to give the edges of the fabric a worn look. And now let's go over the rest of this in fuchsia for the background. We were being true to the atom bomb look. I'm not going to touch the edges. I'm just going to let the natural bleed reach those. And then we'll play with the background a little bit, which if you've seen the stream before, you know that's something we do. This is a very fresh marker, so the color's flowing pretty much uninterrupted, which I like. And you see what I mean about the natural bleed? Because the paper is a little bit porous, which I like. The ink will flow close to the edge of the drawing, but not 100%. It'll just give it this chunky organic quality. Alright, now let's play with some background. Because we wanted to do something with this white area. Throw some dashes of black once this gray dries. And let's peel some of the what's happening is I'm letting some of this sunset pink play against the dark background. Makes a chemical reaction since the colors don't go together and they peel back from each other, leaving some of the actual card exposed, which makes it look like it's dabbed some light color there. Everybody likes that effect. Need some chisel black. And this is very true to the original atom bomb. The kind of black from the explosion. So by laying down the shading first, I don't have to go back and reshade it. The shading's there for me and it's a guide. So that's how I would do a creepy zombie atom bomb. I just think the fresh child corpse look is a little creepier personally. But I also know why people like the charred up bloody version. because we have options. Alright, now let's peel this off. And there we go. These are the two. This card, the one we just finished right now. Looks pretty solid. And then the one from earlier. Two great tastes taste great together. And those are the two for today. If you guys like my art, feel free to message me. I am doing daily sketch card commissions. Next week is all open, so if you want to hop on the stream and see your card get made, just send me a message. And my prices are very reasonable. They are only $50 color card. I'm also gonna release a couple of prints this Friday. I'm doing a couple of Joker prints. I'm gonna have an 11 by 14 Garbage Pail Kids Joker print, and I'm gonna have an 11 by 17 one that's a spin on the Joaquin Phoenix Joker poster. So both of those will be available, I think, tomorrow, maybe Friday at the latest. Did you guys like the cards? I hope so. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and this was a pretty good stream. I think we're about an hour and a half in. Hope you guys enjoyed me playing DJ to this. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, probably at 3, assuming I don't get busted by Facebook jail again. Until then, I hope you had fun. If you enjoyed this card or you want to get one done, feel free to message me. Until then, I will talk to you guys later. Send me a DM. Share these with your friends whenever you see them. All right? Bye. You guys all shut down on me. All right. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for tuning into GPK Sketch Card Today. All right? And talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.